I really like this image that we used for the Three Blind Mice truck Gaslands event. I wanted to recreate the ground area of that image there for a diorama. For that build, I'm happy to say that while I do get this diorama completed, the truck itself isn't that far along. So hopefully I'll get it finished to go on top of this diorama in time. But for whatever reason, I decided I wanted to knock this out first. So to recreate those cracks, I just, busted up some foam, cork sheeting. That cork sheeting I mentioned in an earlier video from Amazon, it was $4 delivered to me for 4 sheets, 1-foot square sheets. And I didn't realize how cheap that was until I actually checked the prices at some other places, and cork can be really expensive. I didn't realize that. So it was an even better buy. So naturally I ordered some more of it. Anyhow, I used the Eileen's tacky glue to hold this down. I love the stuff. It's PVA glue. It comes in a variety of types. There's I think there's a turbo one that dries more quickly, and there's a bunch of varieties, almost like with Mod Podge. But once that was glued on and had dried a little bit, I cut it to the shape of the CD because I'm really liking that. The CDs are working out great for this. It was a great idea that Time Rider had to use CDs and DVDs for the base. So got out the Mod Podge matte variety. I've mixed some black craft paint into it. And what I'm doing in this particular can, I paint that on. I just brush it on there. Once I finish that, I do dry brush white. And as you may recall from that earlier image, there's some extra white areas, and that's what I kind of do at first here. And then I dry brush white over it in its entirety. But these little dioramas are just the perfect size, and I honestly don't know how well the truck's gonna go with this diorama, but I love that image. And so one way or another, that truck's gonna have to go over it. So there you see, I have the brighter white markings, and then I'm dry brushing the white over it just to give it that general lighter color. And then I mix up a couple more craft paints, a blue and an aqua. And I'm trying to get, if you remember from that first image, it's actually, the ground is very light. It is not dark at all. Threw some green in there to get that greenish cast that it seemed to have. And then I dry brush all of this on here. So this isn't that intensive work. This is a blast. I had this HO scale chain link fence. God, I probably had that for 2 years now. I bent it up to make it look worn. I couldn't use, like in that original image, you see there's like electrical towers in the background, and that would have been insane to try and recreate. I thought chain link with all the varieties of heights that you see it, 4, 6, and 8 feet heights are not odd at all. So hit that with Nuln Oil, figuring whatever scale this is, it'll go fine with the scale of the truck. And so then I just CA glue that down. That fencing is actually plastic. I had to be very careful when I was bending it. I warmed it up a little bit, bent it to make it look like, something had happened in the Wasteland to it. So back to that original image, you see how light the ground actually is. It's the background that's really dark. And here's my recreation of it. I'm really happy with it. The cracks turned out so cool and required absolutely no skill. Perfect for me. It works out really well. I think most of these dioramas that I do, I'm going to leave that rough edge because it looks like it's just plucked out of the ground somewhere. So that's it. That's the base that I'm going to be using on the upcoming build. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Everybody stay safe and healthy out there. Catch you in the next one.